The Department of Public Enterprises says that it refutes claims that it did not cooperate with the Portfolio Committee on Public Enterprises in its examination of the strategic equity partnership transaction for the South African Airways deal. Now, the department says that it has done everything according to the law. The statement follows a backlash leveled by MPs against Minister Pravin Gordhan for refusing to provide key documents to the SOEs Portfolio Committee on Wednesday. MPs wanted the department to hand over two crucial documents pertaining to the transaction. And these are the short list of the bidders. Wednesday's DPE's interaction with the committee left the public asking, are ministers bigger than Parliament? Do they actually account properly? Now, Public Enterprise Portfolio Committee Chairperson Mr. Khaya Magaxa joins us now virtually to talk more about these latest developments. Mr. Magaxa, thanks for your time. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, Sakina, and morning to you all viewers.
So the latest development here is the department refuting the claims that it failed to cooperate, and it claims that it has done everything according to the law. So what is the Portfolio Committee's view on what transpired and whether it has been furnished with all the documents that it sought from the department?
I think the most contributing factor to the delays of this committee, which led to our frustration, is exactly that problem. We are not investigating the Department of Public Enterprises. None of the allegations are actually leveled against the Department of Public Enterprises. The allegations are just straightforward from the speaker that we have been given to investigate, are directed to the Minister of Public Enterprises. Therefore, we are not dealing with the department. We have been, from the beginning, trying to persuade the Minister that we are not actually having anything to do in this instance, in this particular case. We are dealing with the minister directly, which is Mr. Pravin Gordhan. That's the person that Hlakudi, the former Director General, laid allegation. Therefore, our allegations are specifically directed to a person, not to the department. Even when we wanted to meet the minister will come with that entourage of the department and expecting us to engage the department. We respectively explained that our task is to ask the minister directly the question, and the minister has to answer the question directly. That is the contributing factor in this delay. We are not dealing with the Department of Public Enterprises. Perhaps at some point, the department will be asked to present its case. But in this instance, our mandate is to ask the minister to directly engage us as a portfolio committee so that he can answer himself the questions. And we take the process forward.
So at this point, there's a lot of talk about, legal advice, because that statement speaks to the department having done everything according to legal prescripts and that they're being advised every step of the way. And from Parliament side, legal advice from that side also stipulates that, the minister needs to be transparent and bring the relevant documents that have been asked of him before this particular committee. So which documents do you seek at this point, Mr. Magaxa?
Well, let me explain in layman terms. If a third party, maybe a person who applied for a particular position, is complaining that the person who happened to have been appointed is not a person who was shortlisted the panel that was doing that kind of interview or process supposed to provide the people or the office where the complainant lay complain. Then at that point, you have to provide evidence that really this person was part of the people whom we have shortlisted. In this instance, the allegations from Mr. Tlakudi are saying Takatso Group, for example, was not among the companies that were shortlisted. Yes, the minister has indicated to us verbally that no, yes, this company was there among those companies. Therefore, Mr. Tlakudi is wrong. Therefore, the committee members seek that evidence, which is the document that are showing, or an evidence that is showing, yes, Takatso was there. That's all we want. And the minister, if you can go to the footage of the meeting we had, because we were public on that particular day. And then you can check, the minister himself said there, I will provide all those necessary documents. But later the minister claimed that those documents are secret or confidential documents. And the minister, as a person who has been a minister for a long time, he knows when a document is confidential, what it's supposed to do. He could meet the committee in camera so that we don't have any other person, it's only the committee members. Because by law, the committee members has a right to have access to those documents. Of course, we cannot publicize them, but we'll have to have access to it so that we can agree with him that yes, this company was there. Mr. Tlakudi was sorry. What we have said is wrong.
So obviously you have a duty as Parliament to hold the executive to account. And if I understand it correctly, Mr. Magaxa, you are as a committee looking for two specific documents that led to that decision to select the Takatso Consortium as the preferred bidder. And also, if this information is not forthcoming, what will you do at this stage?
At this stage, because the process has dragged a lot due to most of the time non-availability of the minister, not of the department, of the minister, because it's him who was supposed to interview. Therefore, we are wrapping up our work so that at least the speaker can appreciate that we are doing our work. This is the problem, or this is the constraint that contributes to the delay. Therefore, in our wrapping up of our work, we specifically say we are unable to declare this process clean or give an unqualified support on this transaction of SAA due to the fact that we have not received this. Only the document that we currently have now with some form of evidence, that evidence which is depending on the minister's evidence to dismiss, is still the evidence or the information provided by Mr. Tlakudi. Therefore, that's what we are saying to the minister. However, our responsibility is not only to say that to the minister, to the speaker, but also we have to take some legal step, including forcing the minister to come to the committee with those particular documents, or to bring those documents to the committee, even in the by means of subpoenaing, if it comes to that push. But I think that is the only option we have currently.
Mr. Magaxa, of course, so many questions still linger around this Takatso deal because as the strategic equity partner for SAA, they were meant to also bring some capital to the table, but also, I suppose, burden some of the financial responsibility given what SAA had been through previously. But SAA took to the skies again in September 2021, and we are now told that it is operationally successful as well as financially. So where does that leave this whole Takatso consortium deal? Because they have yet to come on board, but they have been selected as the preferred bidder. SAA is running. So where does that leave Takatso? Where does it leave SAA?
Well, that is not ours. Ours is just because we are just a legislative arm of the state. We have our executive that is dealing with that, who are taking those decisions. All we can is just after we have received all the necessary documentation to suggest to recommending that, of course, this deal is correct, let's go ahead, or we said to the speaker, unfortunately, this deal is full of a lot of controversies. Therefore, on those bases, we don't provide support. We will suggest or will recommend that this whole process be reversed and started afresh. That could be the recommendation, but that recommendation can only be provided by the parliament after we have received the document, all the necessary information. Or perhaps if we don't get that, we just end the process by calling this process not credible.
Well, Mr. Magaxa, thanks so much for your time. Public Enterprises Portfolio Committee Chairperson Khaya Magaxa on the Department of Public Enterprises Takatso Deal Saga.